The Flogcast may occasionally contain explicit content that makes it not safe for work or for minors. It also doesn't provide an excuse to use the same words on Bay 13. Normal big footy rules still apply.
Flogcast for the finals preview, I guess. Joining us is Bay 13's very own dad, Teach.
Yeah.
Bay 13's second favourite dwarf, Jose.
Hello.
Bay 13's penal suckling.
Penal suckling's gone missing. It's actually his brother, Anal Suckling, will be taking the reins tonight.
What the fuck?
And also Bay 13's own Morgan Ashley with Northern Lights.
Oh, no single introductions this week. Yeah. We're a duo.
You're the Simon and Garfunkel of Bay 13.
Except they like each other.
Maybe.
And hosting is Bay 13's second host, Cookie. Right. And we'll start with Goo and Tears, so who wants to go first?
Oh, I've got Goo, and probably no one will agree with me on this, but I've got Goo for the bye before finals, because holy shit, this is the most productive weekend I've ever had in a fucking long time. I got so much shit done. So much work done on Friday night, and then on Saturday I fucking did the gardening, got heaps of shit done, and then in the afternoon I baked a cake, which was fucking delicious. I am so good at baking cakes. I should be on that fucking Zumbo show. And went out Saturday night, and yeah, it was just a great weekend. And if the Hawks had been playing on fucking Saturday afternoon, I would have been sitting on the couch drinking beer at 11 a.m, which is charming in its own way, but not quite as productive.
Teach said he wants to nibble on your cake.
Well, he wants to go next.
I'll go next. I'll go some Goo for the female AFL league. It's nice to see that spring off into action, and it's nice to know that West Coast don't have a team because they're shit. And yeah, that was actually a great game of football. It's better than the other fucking thing they call football, the All-Stars game.
I got Goo for the girl who played in the AFL the Legends game. She was probably best on ground. What was her name?
Abby Holmes.
She was absolutely fantastic. So just great to see how well she could play, and she might get a spot at Cats because we're going so well that she might get us in our team.
You mean the senior AFL side?
Yeah. She's a gun.
Well, she'd have to compete with Joel Selwood for the role of bleeder within the team.
She only bleeds monthly, not weekly like that week.
It'll be quite hard to get on.
Morgs, Goo or Tears?
I've got Goo. Oh no, it's sort of Goo, but sort of Tears. I've got Goo for the big footy poster who stumbled across the Carlton draft strategy on the whiteboard and posted it on Big Footy.
You slow up. You're talking too fast.
Sorry. I have Goo for the Collingwood board poster who found the Carlton women's team drafting information on a whiteboard at Princess Park.
Oh, that one. Yes.
Yeah, and I've got tears for him. I've got tears for him because he's now being investigated by the police.
Tell you what, that was too long, didn't read, but the Carlton they fucking sook it up after that.
I'll go with Tears. All Australian team Tears. I mean, they put players in good positions that I agree with, but do we need a seventh defender on the fucking bench? And just Darcy can put in another one of his dog's teammates because he's a good bloke. I mean,
Yeah, Tarrant should have been in over McGovern, but thought
And Rampy.
Definitely Rampy. Jeez, McGovern.
they had some good selections and they pissed it away with some boneheaded ones.
Toby Green was... Oh, we've spoken about it before. I guess that was kind of a surprise, but his numbers have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
Half forwards
His numbers
and half
dropped off
forwards.
towards the end. He almost lethal, but he just fell off at the end.
He let us all down. Anyway, well, we'll move on to, some reviews. And, as always, we have teachers' grades.
Oh,
So
where do we start?
We'll start at the bottom, make our way up. We'll start with Essendon.
F minus.
Why?
Just the junk. What else can I say?
They're drug-taking cheats who should fornicate themselves with a rusty railroad pike.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also,
Yes, indeed.
for Essendon, that their 12 players are going to come back or whoever they are. They're not exactly going to get them off the bottom four.
I don't know if you read the Essendon board. They're saying they're prelim finalists.
No, they'll be stuck there with your shit team.
Yep.
The fucking Essendon
I
board
think
have
we're gonna
engraved their names in the fucking Premiership Cup for next year already. That's how fucking delusional they are.
Okay, we move on.
Yep, we'll move on to
The
probably
Lions.
shittest team, the Lion Chops.
Wow, they got a better grade than Essendon.
They were junk last season.
Yeah, but they were junk and they didn't have 12 players missing. Fucking, they are huge. They deserve a G. Shut up, all players missing.
I think they should go one step
Gee.
further and give them a H.
It's no fucking G, you dumb bitch.
I think the only redeeming feature about Brisbane is that they've actually sacked their coach when it was shown it wasn't working.
Well, debate they do
Fremantle.
have good talent,
F.
but hey, we're still talking about Brisbane. Wait up. Brisbane still
Fremantle.
has good talent.
F.
Now you can talk about Freo.
Shut up, teach. It's an hour-long show and it's going to be done in 4 minutes.
I'm moving on. Shut
It's
up.
not all about you, Teach.
Yes, it is.
Did you say S?
Fremantle F. Can't believe how far they fell.
Well, it's not that hard to believe when you Ross Lyons
Nah,
coach.
I don't. I can't believe how bad we did, but we had injuries like every other team. But to most of our key players, and some players just went fucking plop. They went to
Fremantle weren't brave though. They had injuries, but I don't think they were really brave. They just kind of folded in a heap as soon as even before Fife got injured. They were already 0-4 at that point. So
Shut up.
it's
Good
useless.
enough.
I've got to blame it on Anthony Rock, who's a development coach there. Worst 200 gamer, now worst coach.
Yeah,
Anthony
well,
Rock is at our club. Fuck, no wonder why we're shit.
Gold Coast.
Hey, there's still
F.
Teach. Settle. We need to talk about Lockie Neal and Lockie Weller and all that.
Oh, Lockie Weller. I love Lockie Weller. He's a great Tasmanian product. He's the only bright spark in an otherwise dismal and dark season for the
Get
Dockers.
Seriously, get
Give me my
fucked.
fucking marks here.
I mean, Jose, did Lockie Neal win your best and fairest, or hasn't it been done yet?
No, it hasn't been done yet. He probably will. He's big stat padder. He's getting to rock levels of stats pads.
But
Yeah, I was talking about the good Lockie Jose, the one from
Well,
Tassie.
Lockie Weller was a bit inconsistent over a season, but he did have to play some few good games.
He's a young player. They're always going to be inconsistent. I'd worry about your fucking old, consistent shit truck potatoes.
Yes,
Maine.
I want to get rid of Maine, Susan,
Carlton.
Pierce. Yes.
F.
the next club is Gold Coast, Teach.
I already did fucking
did-
Gold Coast. I told them.
We still want to talk about them.
He wants to get to bed before 11, I guess, is the only explanation I can offer
Well,
up.
let's talk about Gold Coast. Cookie, Gary
Oh,
Ablett.
how
Let's
about
go.
we just let Teach say F for every club and then he can go to sleep.
It's still Gold Coast.
Alright, I'll be quiet.
Fucking leave me alone, bitch.
Gold Coast had
Stop kidding him!
Gold Coast have had injuries with key players not playing games. O'Meara wants out, Prestia wants out, Andrew Swallow's probably leaving, so has the Gold Coast
Yeah,
experiment failed?
Fucking.
So far, yeah, absolutely it has. Whether there's mitigation circumstances behind it, that's not my job to say. I'm
They're
just here
going
to
to
say
be
they're-
like the 20th sporting team to fail up there in that market, and I look forward to welcoming our new Queensland overlords, the Sun Bears.
Richmond.
Anyway, we'll move on to Carlton.
E. Oh, sorry.
About Carlton.
Carlton. E.
They were an F 5 seconds ago when you said them before. How did they just improve?
They could have done better, but
Well, they could have done worse because they were an F 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but they sacked their
Shit.
coach instead of gone up.
Oh, he's talking about Carlton.
Carlton.
Alright, let's
these
all
are my
get on the same
fucking
page here.
bitch.
Yeah, but your ratings are shit.
Your ratings are fucking awful.
Oh well, that's it. I'm out.
Carlton, new coach, average,
I'm
really
not
poor
out.
forward line.
No, not out.
Carlton's
What
going to be
about
effing
fucking
when they trade
Richmond?
out the forwards.
Is this the part where we go, no, don't go?
What about fucking Richmond?
What about
Um,
fucking Carlton? No, all things considered, I think Carlton had a pretty good year. Like, they won, 7 games?
Yeah.
Most people were expecting them to be bottom 4, and they dodged that. Some people even said they were at a worse list than Essendon's. So they did pretty well. They got a great coach, and that'll...
You can't put lipstick on a pig. It's still a fucking pig.
Yeah,
That
it's the list still has massive holes, especially in forward line. So, but if they recruit right,
I was talking about Richmond with regards to the board and the coaching staff.
we're all
That's
talking
a-
about how Carlton probably won't be able to recruit right because they keep getting their draft strategy stolen, or more accurately, leaving it lying around.
In plain
Post
sight.
it on a whiteboard in the middle of the cafeteria.
Maybe it's just a ruse. You never know. Could be,
The
trick.
middle of a cafeteria, for fuck's sake. How
No, that's not where it was.
No, he went snooping down a hallway.
You don't know that he went snooping down a hallway, but he obviously came across. I'm telling you, the security there was so abysmal. I was sitting in my seat in the stand smoking dart, and no one came near me. It was brilliant. I
You
sat there
smoke?
like John Elliot smoking darts in the John Elliot stand.
Don't tell Dan.
Oh, don't tell Dan. Oh, make her
Jesus Christ!
quit. Make her quit.
You don't smoke, my daughter.
Oh, God.
well,
Okay, Dad.
well, speaking of smoking, this team's supporters needed something to smoke after their games, and we have Richmond, who were probably the biggest failures of the season. Teach, go.
Oh, just an utter disgrace. F- for Richmond.
Well, he's got this one right at least.
I was going to say, if he gives them a D, I'm out. Fuck.
They are. How bad can a team be when they've played finals before?
Well, their last game,
So
second plenty.
F- for Richmond.
Well, yeah, technically they could be as bad as Freo.
Well, fair point.
Thank you. Thanks.
Richmond,
I thought of it myself.
Richmond mainly carried by a few players, young players wanting out, which we'll get to later on, and yeah, just a club in disarray. And well, we'll go on to the next club, which I thought had a pretty good back end of the season. We have Collingwood.
Top 5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give Collingwood a C.
I'd give them a B.
Because
Brave.
I reckon I really like watching them play, and their midfield is really, really good. But you just don't have a forward line. That's all.
That's where
I
Darcy
quite
Moore-
enjoyed watching Collingwood play this year, especially that time when they beat Geelong. That was good.
Yeah, that was
You always like us losing, you cunt.
Oh,
I'm gonna enjoy Friday night then.
We're gonna fucking kill you, you bastard.
Okay, well, Teach, are you in a tunnel? Are you in a tunnel or a well? Should we send help? Anyway, I think that if we could split our season in two, our second half would be a B and our first half would be an F. But in the first half we beat Geelong and we were good. So I think we're a bit bipolar at the moment.
Probably big
Young
losses.
teams are always like that. So
They're building Collingwood, so that's why I give them the C.
Darcy Moore's going to be a gun. So if he stay on the park next year,
Oh
then,
yeah,
Darcy Moore
He's
will be better
great.
than Hogan and Janet.
absolute great player.
Oh, he's a pure footballer. Beautiful.
Buckley's rebuilding is paying off, despite what Mick Malthouse and Mick Malthouse fans want you to think.
Nick Malthouse doesn't know how to coach, so you should just ignore them because they're stupid.
Well, I've never been on the Sack Bucks bandwagon. I'm never getting on it. I am a believer, and I will
is there still a question mark though?
Yep.
But I agree that
Are you a believer
don't
or
sack
are
him,
you a
but-
believer?
I'm a believer. What do you mean?
There's probably some still issues, like some players can be a bit soft at times. We know who we're talking about here. Yeah, they look pretty good.
And the sooner they
Are
fucking...
we talking about the captain?
And still side bottom.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
Canterbury.
What an absolute injustice it is to call someone so soft deal.
Penal, you had a point?
The sooner they fucking delist or trade for a half pack of twisties that Marley Williams guy, the better. Because I wasn't on last week to talk about our game, but Marley Williams was just about Hawthorn's best player in that game. So, but Lanyard went all right though.
Yeah, you know what, Bruzzy Maynard. We're on speaking terms now, me and Bruzzy. I don't hate him as much as I did. He tries, whereas Marley Williams can take
We're on speaking terms.
Yeah, we're back on speaking terms. I'm no longer shitlisting him, and I can now call him Bruzzy instead of Braden, but Lanyard, you are pushing it. You'd want to get better.
And the next team we'll talk about is, well, a club that definitely has been bipolar, with some very good wins, but some really fucking soul-destroying losses. We have Melbourne.
It's amazing how well they played in certain games and how shit they were in others. So, Teachers' rank is I like Melbourne, so C.
Big losses, West Coast could have won that, North Melbourne could have won that. However, the worst loss probably of any club this season, maybe outside of a couple few, losing to Essendon in round 2.
Never has there been a club that is more full of themselves for no reason than Melbourne. And this is This is just absolute proof that it doesn't matter.
That's completely wrong. Completely wrong.
It doesn't matter how good they are on the park, because every problem they have is mental, and that is a culture thing.
And it's not just the club, the players, it's the supporters as well. Like, they had all come back from the ski slopes after they beat us, and they were talking finals. Yeah, we're going to smash the Blues, and then we're going to smash the Cats, and then we're going to play finals. And, like, on paper, that Carlton team at the end of the year was deplorable. They'd won, like, that was the only game they'd won in 15 games, but they thought they just had to turn up and get it done. The team and the supporters were talking like it was a fait accompli, so they fucking deserve it, because it's a summation of everything that that club has been over the last 10 years. False dawn after false dawn.
They
speaks
dialed that in.
Speaks the truth.
I'm going to say,
Well, no,
Penal's right.
but I was wrong. You're fucked too.
I mean, positive things for them. Max Gawn played well. They have a pretty good young midfield, in my opinion. Hogan needs to, however, negatives, Hogan needs to get his head out of his arse and start being a footballer.
Yeah.
And some of the skills let them down.
They've got a lot of pieces of the puzzle in the right place, but there are just some parts that will not come together unless they...
I want Melbourne to succeed, but I just can't see how it can happen.
I think they've got a premiership winning standard midfield, but not the rest of the list.
No,
Also,
and I
won't say midfield. Midfield, they have big mental issues. Like, the midfield just goes to shit in games where they need to win to make finals. They just disappear.
Yeah, but they're still quite young.
Yeah, no, talent-wise.
No, talent-wise, they've absolutely got the ability on paper, but they can't make that work. Then that's right. Then they run onto the ground, and that's the issue. Names on a piece of paper don't win a flag.
What's the opposite of white line fever?
Yeah, they've got
whatever that is. They've got.
I don't know, the opposite. They're fragile. They're mentally fragile, and they're raised mentally fragile. It's like if you're raised in an environment with fucking carnies, you'll be a fucking carny. Raised in an environment...
I'm embarrassed by the times they turn up and play us, and we kill them by 100 points.
Except for that time...
It's embarrassing.
That year. Except for that time last year where they...
At your home ground.
Remember when you all left early? Oh, you wouldn't know because you didn't say.
Didn't see the end of that game.
You didn't see the end of Enright's 300.
They were like, that's right, that's it, soon enough.
What a way to treat your champion and veteran.
Get home. Fuck.
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll move on to the next team, which has a tendency to puff themselves off and get deflated by other teams. We have Port Adelaide / Chinese Football Club.
Oh.
Ni hao, motherfuckers. You're not very good.
Give him an E.
Okay. So, Port Adelaide. I'm going to give them an E.
Say E or D.
Because they had so much promise and they've got so much talent and they just fucked it up massive. So E for Adelaide.
When Michael Voss is your midfield coach, you don't expect much.
They got an E for eat a massive bag of dicks, you front-running fuck.
Like the losses to Fremantle
That's not really,
and other teams.
that's not
Holy
really
shit.
nice.
Oh, sometimes I'm not nice, T.
Sorry,
Are you fucking kidding?
I will
I know
censor
that
her.
you're not.
I will censor her for the benefit of our Chinese Port Adelaide fans. Eat a massive bag of dogs.
They've lost. Well, they did lose quite a few games. They lost close games to Carlton, West Coast, the Dogs, Fremantle. So,
Yeah, they lost to Carlton and Fremantle. That tells you all you need to know about their season. And they lost both showdowns, which, like, to a Port Adelaide fan, like, they don't even care if they make finals as long as they beat Adelaide. Couldn't even do that.
And they lost to the greatest team of all.
Hawthorn.
No, you dickhead. Fucking Geelong, you cunt.
Collingwood in
Okay.
1927. What?
Who are they? Who's Geelong?
Anyway, moving on.
well, the next team, well, my own team, St Kilda, which I thought had a pretty good season. However, it can be described as massive flat track bullying.
Yeah,
No,
what happened
I
to Saints, though?
I give St Kilda a B.
Oh, that's right, because near enough is good enough for St Kilda.
Well, I don't think so,
I
but
like the Saints.
That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. When you finish ninth and you just don't even make the eighth, I'll give you a B for trying.
They were second. They were second in the race for 8th spot, and for St Kilda, that's fucking second. That's great.
You know what?
They
NL and I are in agreement. If we ever
they next some top sides. So I'm giving a B out of effort, love.
NL and I are calling B for bullshit. If either of our sides finish ninth and get a B, we're going to neck ourselves.
They really turned to shit whenever they left Victoria, which is very concerning.
yeah, apart from one time, which was probably,
In
best
Tassie.
part. Yeah, I would say that's the best performance, apart from the Geelong win, which was always good to see.
And you was robbed then, too.
Yeah, that was daylight robbery.
In Tasmania, they was robbed.
It's
It's
just,
fucking daylight in Tasmania. Can't be daylight robbery.
I'll consider it a wasted season because a few close victories, but the away form is just not good enough.
Should have beaten Gold Coast. Win that, and you're in the finals.
Percentage wins.
They're coming, the Saints. Don't worry. Next year they'll be big contenders.
They'll be what? Letting the supporters down again? Oh, we know.
Oh, well, you know, you can't beat the Cats. So
Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah, because we're talking about the sides outside the 8, so yes, they can beat the Cats.
But yeah, it's still decent season. But alright, that's been the reviews for the clubs. We'll talk about the teams that will lose the elimination finals.
that's
but,
all those who finished outside the 8.
but we'll move on to talking points. And, well, Richmond have had another board spill.
Fucking Richmond! What's
What a
going
surprise.
on? It's just a continuing, memory cycle.
Shit. How many
tried the
wheels does
same
the Merry
shit.
Cycle have? I wonder what the Merry Cycle.
Talked about Richmond last week about how they're on a merry-go-round of misery, but fucking hell, it's a merry-go-round of comedy
His
for everyone
cycle's
else.
doomed.
Seriously, I hope when the door opens that clown music plays at Punt Road, because it fucking should. They're fucking idiots. Seriously.
But,
Oh,
yeah,
Peggy Suze would be
retarded.
fucking spewing right now. She would be spitting shit.
I mean, it's the most Richmond thing ever, isn't it?
But it's the actual new board are a bunch of retards. Like, this is our plan and we're going to do this, and, the cornerstone of our plan is to get Neil Bum, but we haven't spoken to him yet.
And then he came out and said, "Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near Richmond."
So,
Lovely.
they're like, well, surely that's a phone call you make before you make yourself look stupid. But no, because they're going to be the Richmond board.
Not to
What's
mention
it?
the guy with the
Who's
fucking
it?
moustache that looks like he is an actual
Yeah,
fucking
the
circus
moustache
clown.
guy.
Oh, God, doesn't that guy scours parks for little kids? I swear to God. Seriously, he hides in a white van wanking over the kids on the swings.
That's how he got into the circus business.
Seriously, he's only at Punt Road for the Auskick clinics. Fucking freak.
I saw him on AFL.com, and someone has done a massive thread on him, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, who is this guy?
Hang on, I've just realised we've cracked the mystery because we've been looking for him for like a year now, and Bombers 2003 has resurfaced.
Oh, Bombers is turn-coded. Oh.
It's a cunning plan to destroy Richmond from the inside, but I don't think they needed any help with that.
Still.
Jesus, I mean,
I could imagine him using Trent Cotchin as his outlet for the pain too.
Oh, Alex Rance.
Oh.
What does anything wrong with that?
oh, Jesus, look at his head. He's just, what is it? What is that?
It's called the sex offender smile.
I'm sorry, everyone with a moustache, just fucking any moustache. I'm just lumping you all in that category until you prove otherwise.
Yes. If you have a moustache like that, I don't care who you are, you've been trawling for children. Gross. Shave it off.
Hang on.
I've seen too many mugshots on the news that look exactly like you.
Exactly right. You are the epitome of Crime Stoppers. Fucking Crime Stoppers cold, and they want their mugshot back.
Tex Walker has got a cool moustache, so stop there.
He looks like Hitler. Like, I'm not sure what he was thinking.
I don't think he does a lot of thinking.
No, he gets really a get these days, brother. And Ben Stratton from the Hawks has been rocking a moustache that makes him look like a Mexican drug lord.
Yeah. Confirmed. Every moustache is a dirty criminal.
He looks like a fucking thief.
If you have a moustache, you commit crimes. No means no, Richmond board man. No means.
Oh, where were we going with this?
Oh, he's gonna feel his way onto that board. Now, imagine him sitting around the board table going, "Oh, come on, guys, it's Tiger time!" Oh.
I'm looking at this thread, and Bosca's actually done the Photoshop of this guy on the fucking Crime Stoppers advert, and needless to say, I spilled my drink all over my desk.
We'll go on to the next talking point anyway, which was the All-Australian team. And, well...
Don't care, Toby Green got in.
Danger! And Joel Selwood, come at us.
One of those people unlike the other. Shouldn't be in the team.
That's so typical of your disrespect for Corey Enright, great of your club. What about him, Teach?
Oh, Corey Enright, the greatest player to ever play for Geelong.
Oh, except you got him.
So first he walks out during his 300th, and now he just doesn't know who he is, forgets he even exists. What a fucking great show of respect.
Oh, the greatest player to play for our club. You're an absolute idiot.
He's like, he's furiously, I can hear him typing into Google, like, who's Corey Enright? What number does he wear? Oh, 35. Fucking great.
Oh, 35, I thought that was Sam Menagola.
I have a sad.
Oh, sad face, Teachy.
Yeah, sad face Teach. I love Corey Enright. He's one of my favourite players.
I will say undeserving spots, in my opinion, for Dane Rampy.
Yeah, that Dean Ramp guy, wanker.
He's got a fucking moustache too.
No, another one.
No, he's definitely the pedo sort, that guy.
Yeah, he is dead set. He is pedo bear all over. He must have been fingering the fucking all-Australian fucking pig. Didn't get his way on the team.
Just settle the fuck down. We don't need to go there.
I still think undeserving. This is from Smeghead though. I still think undeserving Matthew Boyd. I mean, you literally could have put in Doherty, Simpson, fucking did Trelaw didn't get in.
Robbed.
Trelaw didn't get in. That's ridiculous.
Caniglio, Mitchell.
Trelaw didn't get in, but they put that fucking
Caniglio didn't get in. That's
Bud Enright's in.
And Dane Rampy.
Seriously, Trelaw, you're kidding. This is just a farce. Absolute farce.
I think they needed a token quota of Cola players in so that the AFL keeps interest in Sydney. That's the only way.
It's going to all come crashing
right
down
now.
in September, like it did 2 years ago, because they had 5 players, we had 1. Same again this year, and yeah, champion team always beats a team of champions.
And I will say, the only reason why Selwood got captaincy is because Nick Rewalt was undeservedly not into 40. If he was into 40, he'd be 22 captain, bang. No one would disagree.
I don't think Rewald did enough to get in, to be honest.
No, bullshit.
I reckon anyone could have replaced Selwood.
Selwood
Didn't have a great season.
definitely
Patrick Dangerfield carried teams. I
Greatest.
would have put Trelaw in over Selwood.
I would have had fucking Josh Jenkins in over Selwood.
Yeah.
I mean, what if he's getting in over
Oh, get
reputation
fucked.
alone
Penal,
every
you
single
dumb
fucking
cunt.
year?
Exactly,
Penal's
no,
right.
that's right. Exactly right. He got in because his name was Joel Selwood. If that same season was played by Mitch Duncan, no way would that fucking toad have got in the fucking side. Ridiculous.
Sorry,
That's
Chiefs,
it.
but
You're
Chelsea
fucking-
was undeserving.
You are fucking banned, bitch.
Shut up.
You're
What?
going to the bedroom for the next 2 weeks.
Come on,
No.
think of a punishment.
Then I'll miss my birthday. No, not happening.
I don't care.
No, I'm not grounded. Shut up.
Well,
Yeah, Chelsea was undeserving.
we'll move on to a new award has been created for the AFL. The Gary Ayres Medal for Best Finals Player / Best Mallet.
Is this being awarded retroactively?
Probably. It's the AFL.
What about retrospectively?
I remember retroactively sounds better.
It's
got it right, didn't I?
it's,
No. What's retroactively?
Interesting because Gary Ayres was an absolute gun footballer, so he deserved to have an award named after him. So what's that? That's 4 weeks of finals. That someone has to be the best player and get the award.
So congratulations to Sam Mitchell.
Well, yeah, it kind of suck if the person who ends up winning this award, because I imagine it'd be based on votes or something, like 3-2-1 system for finals. But if they had Ripper of a game in first 2 finals, polled maximum votes, and then had an absolute stinker in the grand final and still won the award.
It probably would go to a
Nolan Smith.
It'd probably go to the
Well,
club's
you wouldn't
best.
care. I mean, if you didn't.
Yeah, it would be awkward, like winning the Norm Smith in a losing side, which thankfully doesn't happen that often. It's just you'd almost, because it probably isn't presented on grand final day. That just probably makes it even worse. You have a chance to stew on it, and you won't really want to accept the award a few days later.
Yeah.
I mean, Dangerfield will probably be happy to accept the award as he gets the Norman Smith and a premiership medal. So all that will add up pretty nice.
The only thing Dangerfield's going to be accepting is that Richmond board member's fat cock into his anus.
Danger! Fucking stranger danger!
That's bringing him meaning to danger zone.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, you cunt. Shut up, Morgs, you bitch.
What? I didn't do it.
And now, stuck up.
No, he did too. Stop it. It's not funny.
My papa.
Don't think you can just cuddle me and it goes away. Menace.
Anyway, we'll talk about the women's football match on Saturday night, which was a pretty good affair.
Yes, it was great. It was
Austin
really
likes this.
It was really good to be there. I'm ignoring the negativeness that I've heard about this. We were there. We had a really good night. It was a great atmosphere, and there were probably more than I've ever seen groups of young girls at a sporting event. There would have been teenage girls in groups, and they were enjoying themselves. It was a really good night.
And I think that fact just means that this women's league is great for all AFL football. Like, I don't see how people are this against it as they are, unless there's some weird shit going on up there.
No, it makes absolutely no sense to actually be against it in such a passionate manner. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not taking away from anything else.
Why would you? Why would you be against it? I mean,
Well, go and have a read of the thread. Like, I don't understand why there is any negativity at all. When
just take a chill pill. I mean, will I personally watch this? Probably not a lot of it, but that's okay because I can see the benefits because it's great for people who will benefit from it, and I don't understand why people just don't take that stance on it.
It serves a purpose, and whether they think the money could be directed in different ways, well, that's neither here nor there. It's money that would be spent on something, no doubt. It's not going to be fucking put into a savings account and banked. Like, they would have spent it on development or something, and this is development. It's developing a whole new aspect of the game. It's going to bring in more supporters. It's going to help grow a generation of footballers that would never have been able to play before, and that's girls. And we make up 50% of the population.
I didn't go, but I will to further games because, as you say, it's going to be just great for footy, and I just want to see it grow and see girls play footy,
You could have left it. You just want to see girls teach, and it would have been fine.
One of my friends is actually listing herself in the draft, so if she is able to get drafted, I might see if we can get her on. But if she doesn't get drafted, she's going to stay on.
I will say,
how old is she? How old is she?
28.
Is your next question going to be, is she single?
Yeah.
Yes,
That doesn't matter.
she's single and shorter than Jose.
Sure.
Also, the only concerning thing I have with the women's game is the 16 aside, which makes me think the AFL are going to do it for the men's game, because it's the AFL and I don't trust them. I mean, I'd rather just see 18-18, but, well, Morgs, you're at the game. Did this any differences really between 16 versus 18?
No, I thought that 16 really helped it, and as we were discussing with my friend who does play, having the game without the wings made it more free-flowing. It made them kick down the line more, and it was faster paced because of it. I think it helped. I don't think it had any negative effect on it.
Is that 16 aside maybe because I know they were concerned that with the 8 teams there'd be a slightly diluted talent pool, and they were thinking, is 16 aside maybe designed to counteract that?
6 on the bench.
Yeah, no, they still have 22 players on a team.
Probably just, I don't know, they just...
Yeah, tinkering maybe.
Yeah.
But it actually did seem to free up the space, and in some aspects, it did seem like a much more free flowing game, and there wasn't such a rolling maul that we see in the AFL. Cool.
That's probably also due to the fact that the Women's League hasn't had fucking coaches named Pauline Ruse and Rosetta Lyon fucking ruin the spectacle for the other teams with their shit game plan.
No, the game plans that we saw in action on Saturday night were pretty good, and the evasiveness of the girls and the way that they could spin out of trouble was really good to watch. And I think that if it's 8 weeks over summer, there's nothing else better on TV. And I'll be going, and I'm gonna join as a member, and I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy the women's season. And all because we have the best player in the league, Mo Hope. Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Moana Hope is God. I hope she can play in the men's league.
Moana the goanna.
Shut up, she's not a goanna, you're an idiot.
Fucking arguing again.
No, he keeps calling her goanna, and it gives me the shits.
Moana.
What are you doing?
It's Moana, you idiot.
Moana.
You're an idiot.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck Moana.
No, not Moana. You can't cuddle it away. Go away.
Leave it alone, you bitch.
Book on with last week's poll. Which flog would you least like to sit next to at the footy? 11.1% of people said Jack Watts thinks he would be a great guy to sit next to. 16.7% said the Richmond cheer squad singing. And 27.8% said Suze, and the winner with 44.4% of the vote, Northern, you're a fucking monster, Lights.
I'm going to give you an
I'd sit next to him at the footy.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, you
Yeah,
would.
but would he sit next to you?
Not if you had a flag.
No, probably not.
Yeah, we had a flag. Ooh, dead.
We went to the women's game, right? And after the game, I found a Melbourne flag. And so I started waving it around Northern Lights' head for about half an hour until he cracked the shits at me and threatened to break my flag. He was hitting me with it. So I took the flag home.
What's the problem with the Melbourne flag?
He doesn't like
Footy
flags.
Flags are the most annoying fucking thing at the footy.
And like backstory, Teach. Last
Actually, I'll give him that.
Yeah, okay. Wank. Shut up. Last week we told a story about how Northern Lights is an actual football monster, and he grabbed a little girl's flag and yelled at her for waving it.
I didn't yell at it.
You did.
I'd asked her nicely 5 times to stop waving the flag when no goals are kicking and it's in general play.
And then you grabbed the top of it and held it so she couldn't wave it anymore, and you go, "That's enough, love."
I didn't yell at that.
Enough.
You're a
More. I want more.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's not not that bad. Like probably nicer than what I would have been in that situation. None of this love, Dahl or shit. I would have reached straight from the for the C-bomb out of my repertoire to the fucking 5-year-old.
This is why you should listen to episodes you're not on, Teach.
You don't abuse kids.
Oh, no, I would have been like, if you don't stop waving that fucking flag at my face, you cunt, I'm going to stick that somewhere. You know where I was going with that. But speaking of Northern Lights, the monster, like, can we get him to grow a mustache? And that way he can be. Well, for starters, can he grow a mustache? And two,
yes,
will you? Because
yes, and very early in our relationship, that mustache went away.
I never really.
Oh, you're not getting the massage anymore.
I don't know.
What?
No. Thanks. No mustache.
Yeah. That's not good.
Bring back the Mo, just so he can be even friendlier to children at the footy.
No.
I never really grew one. Just every now and again, I'd let it go for like 3 days or so and see what it can do.
And now?
No.
Now, not anymore. Not on it.
Oh, anyway, we'll move on to Fred of the Week, and I'm going outside the bay for this one. The Welching Fred on the soccer board. Just read it, it's fucking worth it.
What happened? Can you give us a link in the podcast? In the Skype?
In short, Welch is going to welch, and Melt is going to melt.
So Divi Blues Welch again.
Oh no, it's not Divi. But it's just a funny Fred seeing all the back jumping. It's well worth it. But what bay Fred's?
My thread of the week off the bay is the Survivor thread on the media and entertainment board because of the fact that we have a big footy poster who is actually on Survivor this year. And so it is quite...
The Smaller Warrior, or something.
The Smaller Warrior, yeah.
Board poster, mainly.
Board poster, he liked to post in the podcast this week, because I think Plugger tagged him in it. So yeah, if you're watching Australian Survivor, get behind him. He's always wearing Port merchandise.
Well, that makes it easy for us.
Yes. He's very good.
I will say, meet the new Richmond board.
I'm going to vote for Divi Blues claims Suze as a cousin again, because that just delivers. So many goals.
Did she come back today?
She did.
Well, she keeps coming back.
Yeah, she was undone, remember?
She came back today, but she's gone already.
She's banned permanently.
Valet Suze again.
That means forever.
We can make a deal.
No, I'm afraid there will be no deal making at this point in time. She has had her chance, and she blew it.
Cookie, can we get her on?
Too lazy. And I will all of them can be friends of the week. We'll diversify this week.
I don't think there's been enough reach-arounding yet, so like, now's your chance. This might be because if this board spill goes through and Hardwick gets sacked, then we'll have Starburns back next week, and there'll be no more reaching around. So it might be last chance.
My nomination is to meet the new Richmond board, which is just pictures of that creep with the mustache.
That guy. Someone has done a massive job on and on beaming him, and he
The one where his head's been
doesn't he
photoshopped.
look like a fucking creep?
The one where his head's been photoshopped onto Dangerfield surfing is just brilliant.
That was brilliant.
So meet the new Richmond board, Fred of the week.
Yes, thread of the week. Very, very, very
Good go
well
with
done.
that.
Okay, we'll go on with Flog of the week, and well, how much we don't like Welchers here, don't we?
No, we hate them.
Yeah.
And we don't like people who defend Welching.
No.
No, we hate them.
Well, Welsh
Hate them
Stone
at all.
Raider and Dr. Giro, your flogs of the week. Congratulations.
Well. What's worse? I think defending the act is worse than the act itself, because there is no defense. It's like, sorry to fucking bring up the Richmond guy again, but it's like fucking molesting a child. You just can't defend that.
Oh, that's a little bit too far.
That's a long bow to draw.
Yeah.
Hello, Q.
Still, Welching is bad, and Dr. Giro, defending Welching is a heinous crime.
Working is bad. So.
Plus, he's a fucking Geelong supporter as well, so fuck that cunt.
No. Fucking Finn.
It's just like the time that you defended Go You Pups because he was a Tottenham supporter.
Teach, he's let down both the teams you support. By association,
Okay,
Geelong and Tottenham are Welchers.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
Fucking get him.
He's gone from being one of Teach's untouchables to just fucking... Sorry to bring up the Richmond guy again, but he's gone from being touched.
He had to touch the beach and now he's being touched by that guy.
I had to turn a rifle and fucking fire on someone.
Yeah. Hey, Teach, are you giving out votes this week? I think you should give us 3, 2, and 1. Me, Penal, and Cookie.
Give me some votes. Fucking hell.
Well, that's a good idea. So I'm going to go with 3 for Jose.
Fuck off.
No,
Fuck right off.
you had one job, Teach. One
Oh,
job.
that's it. That's enough. 3 votes, me.
2 for Morgan and NL.
Do we have to split them?
1 for Cookie. None for Penal. And you can get fucked.
Well, we'll now go on to this week's games, and to start Thursday night, we have West Coast Eagles versus the Western Bulldogs over at Subiaco.
Yeah. flat track Eagles to win this by not much, maybe 5 points.
Eagles by 50. If they don't win by 50, it's a choke.
Eagles by 40. Kennedy to ski.
Eagles. No, doggies. No, to you. GTFO.
Stop hanging shit on the Bulldogs, you bitch.
Never, ever. Suck shit.
But they're brave.
They're not brave. They're fucking boring and they're rubbish and they're fucking incapable of success.
I think the Bulldogs will win. Just because they always, no one's giving them a chance. Everyone's saying, what's the margin going to be? They always perform when they're the underdogs usually, so...
Except in the prelim.
Yeah, so they need to be able to get there. And I think they'll win this elimination final. And is that Geelong? They'll be knocking out in straight sets again next week. Brilliant. So, Dogs, because they're the underdogs, then they always get it done, like against Sydney, and they choke when they're the favourites, like against Adelaide last year.
No, they're not underdogs.
You had me until you told me that Geelong going there in straight sets, which is fucking bullshit because that's what your team is doing.
You're saying they're going to go out in straight sets to the fucking to the Eagles, who they're going to be playing next week. Brave.
And, well, talking of Geelong versus Hawthorn, we are probably going to be match of the round. Probably going to be a hate fest, and it's going to be tough and physical, but we have Geelong versus Hawthorn, MCG, Friday night footy. Not to sound like Bruce McAvenny, but it doesn't get any better than this.
Geelong, they're going to win that game. Dangerfield a star. Sam Mitchell and Sirioli to go fist and knuckle.
Excuse me. We only have clean, rule-abiding players on our team.
Fist and knuckle, is that how deep they're going to get into each other's anuses?
Yep.
How many knuckles?
Oh, wow. Goo.
And, yeah, he won't be delicious, Bruce. Cyril?
This is probably going to be the most difficult game to tip, because when was the last time they faced? Was it round 1?
Round 1,
yeah.
yeah.
That was just round 1, so... Oof.
Hawthorn have no game when their midfield's tested, and...
Here's the thing, though. Our midfield won't be tested. They've got one fucking player. Big deal.
Oh, you got two. You guys are going to take 12-7.
We just fucking don't. We don't even need to worry about that, Alan. He'll fucking cut himself while trying to fucking open an envelope before the game, and then he'll be rushed to hospital with a fucking blood infection or something.
I'm going for Hawthorn. Because I think that...
Right, you fucking finished?
No, I'm not finished. I think Geelong might struggle because Fatlop can't be relied upon, and Pawkins can't be relied upon. And I think that Hawthorn just have more assets.
I'm going to go Hawthorn by 1 point in extra time. It'll be so close. But yeah, that's what I'm going.
We are
just
going to just fucking destroy them. 10 goals for the Cats.
Oh.
All right, has everyone tipped? Good, by the sounds of it. Hawthorn will win because they have Ryan Burton and Geelong do not.
Shut up, dickhead.
Who's Ryan Burton?
He is the best number 35 in the league. Or at least he was until everyone fucking started rigging the poll to vote Aaron Black instead.
Much better.
He's the Hawthorn version of Sam Menegola. Except he's never done as many good things as Sam Menegola.
I'm so looking forward to this game. This is going to be a fucking creation.
I actually do like Cookie's tip of 1 point in extra time, but I think the winning point needs to come from James Sicily head-high free kick in the fucking 20 metres out. He still misses, but it's a point. We win by a point. Who cares? Karma for that cartel game.
Don't want that either getting close to anything.
Yeah, well, and then we'll go into the next game, which is a Saturday night game at Saturday afternoon game, at ANZ Stadium. Sydney Swans versus GWS. I'm going Giants in an upset.
Yeah, going Giants as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Giants win.
I'm with you. I reckon the Giants are going to win.
Yep, I agree. Giants.
What a shit game this will be. This is the tree falling over in the woods. But Sydney.
It's a game that no one will turn up to.
Yep.
I reckon Sydney straight sets.
I
say that
reckon.
The other
they'll
team
get
that finished in the top two will go out in straight sets. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed spending my fucking Saturday afternoon doing the gardening and cooking, and I think I'm going to do that again instead of watch this game.
So many other
Fucking
people
good for
need to
you.
As for who wins, I really don't give a shit, but gun to my head, I'd say Sydney.
I think the game that doesn't matter. Well, we have them in finals. Imagine
Well,
that.
whoever wins, we might meet him in the grand final, but yeah.
You're
maybe.
not getting a grand final, you dickhead. You're fucking going out.
I reckon the loser of this game has a really high chance of being straight sets because Adelaide will easily pants North. So, and Adelaide are a pretty decent side.
We haven't got to that yet. Shut up.
So yeah,
It's just thinking forward. Don't fucking...
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly
that.
like
Do
you
you
did
think-
for fucking 20 minutes of the season reviews.
Do you think North really have a fucking chance in finals?
let's not talk about that game yet. Let's just
Anyways.
talk about Sydney
well,
GWS.
But GWS will win.
No, we've already spent far too
they're
long
actually-
talking
they're
about
act-
Sydney GWS.
They're actually playing.
Thanks,
go to the
Sage.
next
I'm
game.
aware of that.
We're going to the next game then. Saturday night footy, Adelaide Oval. This is the first final Adelaide Oval. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck. But Adelaide versus North. And, well, North, they're mentally checked out. I reckon Adelaide by 40 points.
It'll be a repeat of that 2012 final against West Coast. It'll be an absolute bloodbath. Adelaide by 15 goals.
Yeah.
Sorry, NL.
If the Adelaide,
North checked out.
And North to re-sign Brad Scott for 5 years on the back of their excellent performance this year.
if the Adelaide that played West Coast turn up, it'll be a very, very tight tussle. They'd want to lift from their last performance. I'm going to go for North.
NL, do you want a tip?
Yeah, North.
North for me, I think, I think Adelaide are a little bit cooked.
How are they cooked, though? They've had a pretty good end-of-season run.
Well, they didn't. Their last game they lost to West Coast at home, which made sure that they didn't finish top four.
If Sammy Wright from Catamount can get up, then he'll shut down Eddie Betts, and then we're on. Oh, and if Ben Jacobs comes back and shuts down Rory Sloan,
You can't shut down Rory Sloan. He's untaggable. It's fucking Rory we're talking about, man. Come get with the program.
well, if we don't go easy on him because he's a good bloke, then we might be able to do something about him. But yeah, if we take that out,
But that's all North do. They just go easy on people, like when Hodge belted the Swallow last year. North players were like, should we remonstrate? And then they're like, nah, it's fucking Hodge. He's a good bloke. We'll let this one slide.
It took us a full year to remonstrate for that game, but anyway, I'm saying it's unlikely those two players will get up, and they're two pretty fringe players, but I think they could do important jobs on two teams.
Speaking of Sam Wright, like my favourite North Melbourne post on Big Footy has to be That's Right, because he fucking goes into every main board thread that is totally unrelated to North Melbourne and Brad Scott, and somehow makes it related to North Melbourne and Brad Scott.
So he's like the North Melbourne version of Jose.
Stole the world out of my mouth. Stole the world.
Like, there was a thread. There was a thread called "Worst Umpiring Decisions of the Year," and it's all about the fucking St Kilda Hawthorn game. And this guy goes in and says the worst umpiring decision of the year was fucking Brad Scott criticising the umpires and getting a $80,000 fine. And then he's like, and the worst general football decision of the year was Brad Scott sacking all our players before finals.
To be fair, though.
Alright, move on.
Move on to what? That's it, Teach.
That's all the games.
And that's all, folks.
Oh, well, that's it.
That's how finals work, Teach. There's only 4 of them. I know that you aren't accustomed to it because you didn't play them last year, but there's only 4 finals.
I just want to talk about the NRL, Teach. F1.
Yep.
Well, we could talk about how Fremantle have already lost their marquee women's player to an injury. Good choice, dickheads.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Sucks to be Freo.
Sucks
At
to
least
be
we
free.
have a team.
Yeah, at least we have
Anyway.
a women's team, no marquee players now. Oh, dicks.
Anyway, thanks for listening to this week's podcast. Hosting once again is Cookie. Joining us is someone who's going to be very angry or very happy. We have Teach.
Good night.
Someone, well, probably Bay 13's best baker now. We have Penal or Brain Power.
Oh, I've just realised we've reached the John Farnham farewell tour stage of the podcast, because each week we expect Starburns to be back, and it's like, okay, this is the last time for reach arounds. But much like John Farnham's tours, the end never actually comes.
But Penal did.
7 times during this recording.
Oh, the goo jar floweth over.
Just thinking about that Richmond guy.
Oh, yeah.
Mario.
I know that's who I'll be imagining tonight.
And also joining us is, well, Fremantle's shortest supporter, Jose.
So, yeah.
And as always, we have the power couple of Morgs and NL.
Good night.
Yeah.
I hope this goes on iTunes so that Red Vest doesn't cry again.